Chris, 1-0 defeat today. A result harsh on your side?
We did enough, in my opinion, to get a result out of the game. They found a finish, we haven't. The game was a tight game. They've had a couple of opportunities, we've had a couple of opportunities. Thought it started off on the front foot, positive fashion. It's the Premier League, it's cutthroat, it's ruthless. Don't moan and groan about it if you don't want to be in it. As I've just answered a question there, somebody talked about being, in League One for far too long, and deservedly so. We were, as a football club, and without being disrespectful to any of the teams or any of the clubs that played here or we had to go and visit. This is a Premier League. We all want to be here, but we just need to find something a little bit more in our game to change a loss into a draw and a draw into a win. I thought, as I said, the effort, it's not an ask, it's a given, and it was. But we've been punished with a fabulous finish, and we've not punished them with the opportunities that we've had.
Yeah, you've created chances today, which obviously in a couple of games recently that's not been the case.
Which game's that then? What game?
Some ones before the international break, but I mean, you've created
Chelsea.
chances.
Yeah.
I know the quality of the opposition, but the point is today you have created chances.
Yeah.
So that is a positive.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I think we've created chances right the way through. I think we've created more. I think one of the stats is that we had more passes in the final third at Liverpool than any teams had in the last 3 years. And I think, and then there was another stat that said we've had more passes in the final third against Man City than they've had for a long time. But the stats, and they might give you a crumb of comfort. But the thing that obviously hurts is the result, and we haven't got a result today, which hurts us enormously. But we have to go again. Leader of the football club, you know that. You know my background of the football club, in more than possibly. A lot of people will think, but it is what it is. I've got to lead from the front, and the players will follow me, and they're giving it a go. But you can sense, as I said to him, we're just not playing with that little bit of freedom. There's a great amount of energy and effort, but they're not playing with the freedom and flow that results bring. And I've just sort of talked to them about the golfer who's on form and who's seeing a putt from 8 foot and it's a bucket and he's not missing. And now the putt is a little bit tougher and the hole's a little bit smaller, and that's what happens. I've been through the process. I've been through the period where you're under a little bit of pressure as a player and as a team, and you don't play as quick as you want to, and you play a little bit safe, and you have an extra touch, and you take an extra pass, and that happens if you've been a player, and if you've been a pro, you'll understand that, and I understand that from the players. But as I've said, it's cutthroat, it's ruthless, nobody's going to give you any handouts, and we've got to as a group, I've got to as a manager, players have got to, as individuals, find that little bit of freedom and belief. I'm not saying my message in the week is play safe and play square and play backward and don't force the issue. I'm a positive person.
You can see that with the changes today,
I'm a positive person. I'm a positive manager, and that's how it is. But this is professional football, and these things happen, and we've just got to battle our way through it and pile our way through it, which I'm sure we will.
For you, then, is it a case of a trust in the process that a little bit of the rub of the green, one moment, and things can turn around?
Yeah, you bang on, Adam. Absolutely bang on. People talk about selection. People talk about systems. There's nothing in it in the system. In terms of the quality. They're just lacking that little bit of quality and belief and confidence in their ability. They've got ability. They've shown it last year. They've shown it the year before. They show it to me daily. They've shown it other clubs why we signed them. But at the moment, we're not really building up a lot of momentum, even though it was, in my opinion, and I think an honest opinion of the game, it was a tight game and it was a 50-50 game. But we're not playing with that momentum and possession and control on the game, and every touch here a misplaced pass there, you know, a decision where you know that comes with the results that we're obviously getting.
Could Ollie McBurney have done much more without scoring today?
Well, he's a big boy, and you know he leads the line well. And as I said, the system was good. I thought the shape of the team was good. I thought both centre forwards were good out of possession. We've created chances, so that means that we've been good in possession. But I'm sure the big man will look tonight, and as he is honest and his approach, he'll be a touch disappointed that he's not scored. He's obviously got in on the first one, and obviously just bounced a little bit high, but you know, and the second one, but we're on it together. We've created the chances. We've not finished them off. We're not done. We're not dead and buried. You know, it's, as I said, people have an opinion on us, but we have to stick tight. It's a roller coaster football club. I think everybody recognises that, and we've had it okay for the last 2 or 3 years. And now it's not going as well as we'd like it to be, but we'll stick together and go through, and I'm sure come out the other end.
In terms of some of the subs, Ethan, you brought off and brought Jack on. Was that just a
injury?
Case of time? Injury,
no, he got injured, hip flexor, so Ethan couldn't carry on, and that was the reason. Great to have John Flake back and through a game, so he'll get into his rhythm and flow. I'm sure he's a big player for us, as we said. We'll have Mousset back for next week, which is a big one for us. There's a couple of players that, as I said, that not playing at the top of the game, possibly more than a couple of players that not playing at the top of the game, but we have to battle through that. We've got some, as I said, got some big players injured. Ender's obviously a disappointing one to miss out today.
Is he close to playing today? Or?
No. So we'll assess him during the week. An experienced boy, but Lowy has to go in and get on with it, which he did. And the obvious one is Jack as well. You know, as I said, huge player, and we're searching for who can do the job in there. You know, I don't really want to move Ender, but I felt that was right. You know, Jack's played in there, Ethan's played in there today, so you know that for me is not an ideal situation. But as I said, we've got to get on with it.
And Billy Sharp today, just not in the 18, no injuries.
Yeah, no issues. We had to cover John Egan because of his concussion, and we had to cover John Fleck as well. So, you know, I went with, instead of going with three forwards, two. You know, Ryan's going to be the future of the football club, and Berkey gives us something different. So, you know, the skipper, hopefully, I'm sure he will, understands his role in the team, whether he's playing, whether he's sub, or whether he's not playing, and that's an important one for me.